Shout out to the Street Wolves, man. AJ over here trying to play y'all. So when y'all see AJ, you might have to G check him.
Woo!
Yeah, don't G check AJ, and I'm gonna come looking for you. So don't do it. Alright, so you already know AJ's here, the homie, all the time. Let them know where to find you.
AJDunk.com.
There you go, man. And today, special day. We got my father in the building. And I think his medication is kicking in. He's like ready to tip over or something. Yeah, man.
His name.
His name is
You
Ace.
said
There you
no
go,
last
Ace.
name.
He just told you his name.
Ace. Yeah.
My name is Ace. No last name. I'm JLEGEND's father. The dude came out of my nutsack. He got 5 more brothers behind him.
Nobody's behind me, Playboy. Pause. He means after me.
After
No
me.
one's behind me.
But
Alright,
you see,
after
you
him.
took it that way.
Thank you for correcting.
You know, I want to give a huge shout out. See, today we're gonna do things a little bit different, man. We're gonna dig into pause. We're gonna dig into New York and hip hop as a whole from a time before us, before this era. So with that in mind and in the spirit of that, I want to give a shout out to all you broads back in the day who had the Vanessa Del Rio Bush in the late 70s and the early 80s. And I want to give a shout out to all you dudes who came out that bush. Because some of y'all first hairs on your head really wasn't your heads. I didn't know if you knew that. Sometimes parents don't give you this kind of info as you grow and answer questions. So, some of you dudes were made to her videos.
And back then they were rocking afros and it wasn't even there.
And
So
real
maybe that's
shit.
the only hair
Mon
you wore.
Fulani.
Is that the only hair you wore? Because you've been bald headed.
But last time we made a comment like that, you're like, you're talking about your mom. Remember that shit?
Yo,
How can you talk about your mom that way?
I'm not gonna bring that up.
Yo,
That's if you. That's
my
what
son
you
said, look, man, my mother was lying. She just told you straight up. They came out my pussy.
Yo.
She was raw like that.
Yeah, man.
She was.
And I'm telling you, it's a lot of you dudes and even some of you chicks in here watching it, and what you don't know is you were not conceived to slow jam music and candles and champagne. That's a fucking lie. Your father was sitting in the bed watching Vanessa Del Rio throw that neck back and forth. Your mom's peeped and see what he was about to do. Said, fuck it, there's no point in wasting a good night. Jumped in the bed. And now you are here on this planet, right?
Wow.
It was all behind Budweiser and Safe. It was Miller time. Oh man, stop for all those out there talking that. It wasn't me. Yes, it was you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
AJ, by any chance, have you ever came across a Herbie Bush? We'll take that as a no. All right. You guys already know what today's topic is, man. We're gonna go dig back a little bit into the roots of hip hop, into the roots of New York City, man. And who else special than to get not only someone I looked up to my whole life, my father, but he's also somebody who was definitely in the mix of all the things. So as we start out, Dad, let's start out from the beginning, as far back as you can remember. Just paint the portrait to me of what the South Bronx was when you were a kid.
All right. Growing up in the Bronx, it was basically drug infested, gang infested. Poverty was outraged. It was out of control. You had Vietnam veterans coming back from the war, all fucked up on heroin.
Yeah.
And then what started the whole hip hop era was everybody that started getting together and started expressing themselves in the street culture. And there was quite a few people, or DJs, that were responsible for that.
Before we get into that though, as far as when you were a kid growing up, was see what people see in New York. New York is going through a lot of gentrification right now. Paint the picture of what the landscape was in New York back then. Abandoned buildings.
Abandoned buildings. You had cars that were vandalized in front of buildings in the backyard. Burnt buildings, and there was just not only one. You would see blocks and blocks full of that, and you not only did you see it in the Bronx, you saw it in Brooklyn, in Queens. You know, it was nobody gave a fuck about these boroughs, especially the Bronx.
When you were growing up in that time, you know, I always say I'm grateful a lot for even the some of the bad things that's happened as I grew up, because it helped mold who I am, and it gave me a better appreciation for, you know, life, not just life, but it gave me an appreciation for things, because there are a lot of people who they grew up entitled and stuff like that. So when struggle times happen, they don't know how to manage shit. But I've been through a lot of things in my life that helped me be strong enough to make it through other things. But there was plenty of times in the hood where it was hard times, but we had a lot of fucking fun. Is there anything particular you guys used to do back then, no matter what was the hardship, that brought joy to your life, even if it was just for hours?
Well, me in particular, there never was a happy moment, because every day that I woke up, just the fact that we had gangs in the corners, you know, you had to worry about going to the store. Every time your mother would say, well, you gotta go to the store, I used to resent that. I used to get angry. At the same time, I would get scared. I'm like, damn, now I gotta go and worry about these motherfuckers taking my money, knowing that this is for my mother. And I had to fight my way just to get from one block to another, get whatever I needed to get: milk, cereal, bread, eggs, and try to make it back all in one piece. So it wasn't nothing fun. I mean, there were the only way that it was fun for me was when I used to get with the girls, take them up in the roof, you know, kiss, make out, try to get in their pants.
Comb that bush.
Yeah, absolutely.
He walked around with a pick, not for his head.
Actually, I used to lick it down. You know what I mean? You know, I was a punani eating motherfucker, yo. I love that shit.
Yo,
I mean, yo, they love me, I love them, it was all good.
Yo, I got real quick. I got a friend that not to jump ship, but he told me, Puerto Rican friend. He told me, yo, if I ain't eating, I ain't beating.
what?
So shout out to E to B.
Yeah,
My
no
boy
doubt.
E2B.
Yo, you a serial eater, B.
Yo, no. If I didn't lick, I didn't dick.
What?
You know what I mean?
Yo, the fuck out of here.
Yo, man, see, that's why all the black girls in the neighborhood came to all the Puerto Ricans. Because the black brothers, not dissing all of you, they weren't needing pussy.
No, yeah, there's a lot of them now. You say that shit to them, like, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
So you became an oral assassin.
oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yo, I was like the #1 assassin. Yo, people had my number, and it was my door, it was my door number. It was like, yo, I want to get my pussy in today. Let's go get Ace.
Yo,
Where he lives?
What?
Where he lives on 3D.
yo, you was out here giving that slow neck, B.
Yo, man, I was giving fast neck, slow neck.
Yo,
Slow licks, hard licks. I used to fuck bitches with my tongue.
Yo,
Yo,
this is crazy, B.
That's why you like ice cream.
yo,
You out here wild.
while other kids were getting popsicles, I was fucking sucking pussy, yo.
Yo, well, shout out to you,
You
B.
motherfucking right, shout out to me.
Yeah. Listen, man. Shout
Every
out,
time my friends
shout-
went in
big, hold on. Big shout out to my father and the fact that he started the Oral Olympics.
He's the only competitor because nobody else wants to.
Yo, and I
He
ain't-
go,
yo,
bro.
I
He
ain't-
got the gold medal.
He's tagging himself in.
And the thing is, I didn't discriminate. I did. If the bitch was blind, I was getting her pussy.
Yo.
If the bitch was in the wheelchair,
All right, yeah.
I was getting her pussy.
No, you gotta stop right now. You gotta stop right fucking now.
If the,
Oh, I'm just happy.
Yo, if
I'm
the
just happy
if
to a
the
different
bitch
person
had
now.
Down syndrome, I went down.
Yo, this dude is crazy, big.
You had
This
the
dude
syndrome
is
to go
crazy,
down.
big. Yo, this dude is
Yeah.
crazy. Yo,
Oh, man.
big shout out to my father. This dude
Word.
is crazy.
That's hip hop, huh? That's the sixth
Yeah.
element of hip hop.
So, you mentioned the gangs,
Alright.
right? So now, one thing I remember growing up in New York was that New York had certain gangs that came from New York and stuff, but it was a long time where it wasn't as many gangs. Excuse me. It seemed like different gangs had unified and I guess created one in general.
Right.
So growing up, what were the gangs? What were some of the names of some of the gangs? And do
Okay.
you remember some of the areas that they occupied?
All right. In Soundview, we had a gang called the Savage Nomads. We had the Savage Nomads, and we had the Seven Immortals. They at one time were rivals, and after a while they made peace because a lot of people was getting stabbed for, for territory. And at that time, brutality, police brutality, would target the gang because there were a lot of them were strung out on drugs. So they were, sticking up old ladies for their welfare checks.
Yeah, that shit ain't cool.
It was not
Yeah,
cool.
that shit ain't-
So certain gangs didn't tolerate that. So there would be war. But then there came a time when there was a big rally, a gang rally that was held in the South Bronx. And they called peace. They were like, yo, we gotta stop this because we're hurting our own people. And there were certain gangs that agreed to it, and there were certain gangs that didn't want to have it. So, but I was one of the gangs in Soundview. And Bronx River, one of the biggest gangs was called the Black Spades, which later on became Zulu Nation. And they were a real big solid because they were unified. You know what I mean? Them motherfuckers were crazy. But they were for their community because Bronx River, as you know, was bigger than Soundview.
Yeah.
Bronx River was like the mecca of, which later on was the mecca of hip hop.
Man, we're definitely gonna get into
So
that.
yeah, and then up further, if you ever heard of Ho Avenue?
Yeah.
Okay, Ho Avenue had the
Hoes?
Ho.
Yeah, it had hoes.
Yeah, or they had many of them. I knew about them too, but I kind of hit quite a few of them. Thank God I ain't catch none, but it was all good.
Lizard man over here.
Oh man, I was always lucky, man. I never got caught in Congaree or none.
Oh yeah, let's see that shit. Alright,
Hey, that's some real
Alright,
shit,
get to the
man.
point. Oh,
Alright.
man.
So, in Ho Avenue, you had the gang called the Ghetto Brothers. Now, I made friends with, let me enlighten some people. My father, Jay's grandfather, was a pastor and ordained minister. So I grew up in both worlds. I grew up in the streets because I had my brother-in-law. Like Jay often says I was a god to him, my brother-in-law was my street father. I learned everything. Drugs, how to make money, I used to carry his guns, his drug money, when he was sick on heroin, I would go out there and get his his bag to straighten him up. It was a sad, shit to see, but it was real. So you had the Ghetto Brothers. Now there was one particular family. I met a guy named Raymond Valentine, and he was one of 12 brothers.
Oh,
No
shit,
girl.
That's a gang in itself, man.
Exactly,
Shit.
and they were the Ghetto Brothers. And these people were some bad motherfuckers too. So, and then you had the gangs in other areas. Yeah, it was tough, man, because you had to worry about, fighting these people. And the thing is that when you fought one, you had to fight all of them. So if you didn't know how to fight, and even if you know how to protect yourself, you was getting your fucking ass
Yeah, man.
whooped.
Sometimes there's just too many of them, man.
I was fortunate that I never got stabbed by any one of them. I got stomped the fuck out. Because they used to wear MC boots, motorcycle with steel toes. But, that's as far as it went with me. I never got shot, never got stabbed. I always gave them, and they used to respect that. Because I never backed down. I was like, yo, fuck that. I ain't gonna let you motherfuckers run me. I got a little soul from my mom's, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let you guys take my money. And if you do, you're not gonna take it without a fight. So I became cool with a lot of them. Some of them didn't want to have it, but like when I seen them, I walked the other way to avoid them. I wasn't no tough guy. I was like green smart. Yo, if I walk down their way, they gonna fuck with me. So I might as well avoid them entirely and just do what I gotta do and go to back home and fuck everything up. You know what I mean? And yeah, but for fun, I couldn't go outside and play football or baseball with. It was none of that. Because everybody was getting their fucking ass whooped. If you didn't know how to fight, man, you was fucked. You know what I mean? And that's how it was.
Talking about that, you come from, as you have said before, you come from the suburban area of Jersey. So, in your time growing up, were there gangs around? And like, what give me a picture of, just in general, were you aware of that kind of stuff going on? Or was that something that was just absent from your
Well, me growing up, it was more suburbs. I wouldn't say it was like complete suburbs, but it was a lot more suburbs, and it's a different era, so you have to take that into account.
Definitely.
But it wasn't like somewhere you go and it's like, oh yeah, that's a heavy gang. Not in walking distance of me, because there weren't trains, there wasn't buses like that. Like where I was, I knew majority of the people in that area. Majority of the people were family also. But I didn't deal with any gang related stuff like that, like guns, drugs. Like there was drugs, because there's drugs in every neighborhood.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I saw somebody standing on the corner and I was like, yeah, that's the drug man. It wasn't anything like that. But most of the time in my childhood, if it was daytime, my mom was like, you better go outside and play. So it was all about football, basketball, sports, doing things outside. So,
Was there anyone when you was growing up, like let's say a big cousin or anything like that, that was into the street life that maybe gave you a thought or two about, or maybe did or said something that made it have interest to you at the moment, or made you curious about that kind of stuff?
Like my mom is the youngest of 8, and I was like, when I came, I was maybe like the first boy in a while.
Okay.
So you have the youngest of 8 with a new boy, spoiled like crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So nobody came to me with that nonsense, because they would have been checked either by somebody else. They probably checked themselves. Like, I'm not gonna do that to him. and to her. So nobody's ever approached me and been like, yo, I got this, yo, you should do this, you can get this by doing that. It's never came to me. I knew about some people and how they had to go, they had their own issues, so then we would have to drop them off at places for them to get help or things like that. But nobody's ever came to me and been like, or even if I stumbled upon a situation, they'd be like, yo, go back in there.
Yeah.
Go over there. So I was never what's it called? I wasn't ever given the chance to go into that even if I wanted to. But it wasn't an opportunity.
So, were there any of the gangs when you was growing up, or any particular? Because it's not always gangs. Sometimes it's one bad motherfucker in the neighborhood. Is there any one in particular from the neighborhood who you can say, yo, man, I'll never forget that dude, whether it's a good or a bad?
Yeah, there was one dude. See if I remember his name. Damn, I can't remember his name. But this dude was fucking awesome with his hands. And he was a black brother, right?
Can't hear you. You're blocking your mic.
Oh, no,
And
he
the
was
mic
a-
is over there.
he's a black brother, and people knew him about him because he was always fucking people up. But he was
Sound a little bit like me, allegedly.
he was always fucking people up, but for the right reasons. He wasn't a bully. He didn't tolerate motherfuckers fucking with people's family. So if you had a problem with somebody that he knew, you had a problem with him. And I remember one time I was coming from school, and there was a whole crowd in another schoolyard. Cause we were coming from school, and there was another school, and I seen this whole crowd. So like everybody else, you want to see what the fuck is going on, who's fighting. Man, I seen this dude pick up. He was fighting 3 dudes. I seen him pick one dude up. Had no remorse. I mean, this motherfucker was trying to kill these niggas. Picked him up and slammed him on his head. Cracked the dudes. There was blood everywhere. I never seen shit like that. Yo, I seen when he slammed the dude and the kid, his head split right the fuck open. And he started stomping onto it, and everybody yelling at him, yo, you motherfucking dead. He just kept on until they grabbed him by his neck. It took like 5 or 6 dudes just to get him off of him. Yo, that shit had me fucking bugging the fuck out. I was like, yo, these niggas trying to kill the motherfucker. Later on, find out that the lady did that too, went and robbed somebody's mom because he wanted to get a bag of dope. Because, like I said, the heroin epidemic was fucking out of control. And you had young guys getting hooked on that shit. And that shit wasn't like coke.
Just like now, all you dumb motherfuckers with them pills. You just a modern day dope fiend.
But
Ain't no but.
nah, but to address this, there's a good amount of people that get hooked on pills that when they have a surgery, they get prescribed that. Then it's like, all right, you're supposed to take this every so often. They take it, and then it helps with the pain, but then they get addicted to it. Because I had a friend that went to school.
Modern day dope fiends. Just like you were saying about the people coming back from Vietnam and everything. Same shit. A lot of them was in pain from being shot, stabbed, or whatever else, or just was in pain from having to cope with the reality of the foul shit that took place over there. You was a dope fiend, you was a dope fiend.
That's PTSD. This is a little different. I'm not necessarily saying that they aren't fiends, but the way that they get there is a different route.
But we're not debating the route because there's infinite reasons. It don't change what it is. Facts are facts. I don't give a fuck about how you got there.
But it's it's a different way to feel about it. It's like if somebody offers you this, if I show you 30 truth commercials about cigarettes, and then I offer you a cigarette and you still smoke it, that's your dumbass fault. But if you get hurt, no, but I'm saying if you get hurt, and in order to help you with that pain, I'm giving you these pills for while you're hurt, and then you get addicted to it because of a good reason, then that's completely different.
Yeah, but
So it's
by
okay
the
to be a
same
drug addict
token,
as long
though,
as it make you feel
you're
good.
right about that. By the same token, after a while, they say to themselves, man, you know what? I'm feeling good. Now, instead of taking one that's prescribed, I'm going to take two. Then that two becomes three. And before you know it, they become fiends. Now they're going out there and saying, yo, dude, man, I need a bottle of this, man. I'll hit you up with whatever you want. I just want to get it. Because now it's no longer the fact that it's helping them with their pain. Now it's, I want to get high type shit. You know what I mean? So it escalates. Where they could stop it, there's some that be like, oh shit, you know what? Now I'm kind of like liking this, let me stop. Now, you know, like they'll tell somebody, yo, or they'll tell their doctor, yo, you know what? You've been giving me this and it's been helping me, but I'm noticing that I want more of it and I want to stop. Now they recognize that they're getting a problem. Now they want to stop before it becomes a worse problem.
Yeah.
Whereas the other person be like, yo, man, this shit making me feel good. Yo, fuck this. I want to get high. I want to be like this all the time. And worse. Then, not only that, they'll pop a pill or two and then start drinking. Yo, now
That's
it's
definitely
like,
a lot of that shit going on right now. A lot of these niggas doing that
and it
shit.
be
man.
young niggas, yo.
Yeah.
It be like fucking 10, 12, 14-year-olds popping fucking pills like that, Oxycontin. That's like, that's heroin.
Yeah.
But like that's my point. But also if you put it a different way, like if you have somebody that's out there that's selling drugs, that's so they can feed their family. Then you have somebody out there selling drugs just to make extra money on the side.
He's a dumbass too, and I hope he get fucked up.
I'm just saying.
And if you're watching this and we talking about you, I hope you get punched in your face today.
I'm just saying it's two different ways to feel about the situation.
Yeah, but
I'm saying it's the
but
same
you're
ending,
right.
but it's
But then
different ways
again,
to feel about
if you recognize that you're starting to have a problem, you have the option to ask for help.
Yeah, agreed.
But then most of them don't want the help because they like the way they feel.
Or in denial.
Yeah, of course they'll be in denial. Because then it becomes a problem and it gets out of control. Now, their whole family member and everybody saying, yo, man, you're fucked up over it. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You fucking lying to yourself. You could get help, man. I don't want the help. Because, all right, you know what? Perfect example. Football players. They get hurt.
Yeah.
Now they're getting pills and all that shit. But they won't tell you on social media that they become addicted to that, and some of them want to stay like that, where others be like, yo, you know what? This is getting out of control. I want to get back in the game. This is controlling my life. I need help.
Yeah.
Whereas you got the other guy be like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I like the way I feel. So I'm gonna throw away my talent. I'm making fucking millions. I don't give a fuck about my millions no more. I'm worried about getting high.
Alright, well, we're gonna switch and go in a whole other direction. I want to get back to what you were saying earlier when you started talking about the DJs that had I want to talk about, you were around for the very beginning of hip hop and what became hip hop and what became what so many consider to be a culture, and some people decide or feel that it isn't an actual culture, it's just a genre. Either way, can you take us into the DJs and stuff that help create what we love today?
All right. as you well know, there's one particular DJ that was responsible for starting the whole hip hop era, and the reason for that was he was the first one that went out on the street and started DJing, which is Kool Herc. He wasn't the only one. Let me clarify that. There were other DJs that were also responsible that did the same thing. You had DJ Charlie Chase from 180th and Burnside. I don't know if you know that. No, not Harlem. It was the Bronx. Burnside.
Okay.
In the Bronx. There was another DJ called DJ Theodore.
No, I'm thinking Morningside. I'm sorry. I'm thinking
Yeah,
Morningside.
this Burnside.
Yeah.
180th, which is next to Grand Concourse.
Okay.
Then you also have another DJ called DJ Theodore. He also was responsible to going out there because these DJs went out on the street, didn't care, about the consequences. They wanted to put the music out, and them doing block. They started off doing block parties.
Wasn't Bambaataa doing a lot of block parties, bringing the gangs together?
He did, but it started with Kool Herc. Kool Herc inspired him.
Okay.
So then he got all the black spades and turned them into Zulu Nation, which in turn branched out into the hip hop era. Now, like in your podcast, he was responsible for not really hardcore hip hop, but techno
influenced
hip hop.
Okay.
Whereas DJ Kool Herc was all about beats, hardcore hip hop, Charlie Chase and Theodore. These guys went out there and was really doing with beats, and then they got all the MCs to come out and rap to these beats. Now the first rapper before Sugar Hill, and I want to clarify this, his name was Spoonie G from the Bronx.
I heard of Spoonie.
He was the first one who came out on wax, way before Sugar Hill Gang. They just got more recognition. Why? Because Spoonie G was more underground. Like his style was more raw, was more about